It was another warm one today, and
Yeah.
really it looks like this weekend is going to reach the 50s. Is that what
I know, that's what we're looking at for Saturday. A little bit cooler on Sunday, but still for February, getting into the 50s certainly feels like spring, but unfortunately it's going to be a little bit of a fool's spring because winter is going to be right around the corner as we get into next week. I'll talk about that in just a few minutes, but high temperatures today, like we said, got into the 40s today. Average high is only 34, so this is a bit above average for this time of year, a trend which will continue, like I said, as we get into the weekend, but then we've got some cooler weather on the way. Now, we have had high pressure and control over the past few days, and that has led to plenty of sunshine throughout the forecast. And we kind of got that one last day of that today before things start to change as we get into tomorrow. Now, Western Maine did see a little bit of extra cloud cover today, but that was able to evaporate later in the afternoon, leaving us with mostly clear conditions, which will continue into the overnight hours as well. Now, overnight temperatures are still going to be above average, but we are going to drop below freezing. So it's still a little bit chilly up in northern Maine, single digits in Aroostook County, getting up into the low to mid-teens. A little bit warmer towards the coastline, still in the mid to upper 20s, but our average low for this time of year is only 16 degrees. So this is still pretty warm for overnight temperatures in February. Now, this is when our weather is going to start to change as we get into tomorrow and into the weekend as well. We have a system approaching, but it's pretty weak in general, so there isn't a lot of moisture associated with it. But around rush hour tomorrow morning is when we see that warm front coming through. So it's a little bit oriented strangely. It's vertical instead of usually west to east like we would typically see warm fronts. However, it's still going to move in with some mainly snow showers, but some mixed precipitation possible depending on temperature, moving into western Maine about Friday at 8 a.m. and that will continue until about the mid-coast before it starts to fall apart. Now, as we go throughout most of the weekend, we're going to kind of be dealing with these on and off showers. So it's not going to be a lot of precipitation nor a long time duration, but it's just something to watch for. So this is Saturday at 3 a.m., seeing a couple of showers moving through northern Aroostook County. Now, we're going to be very warm over the weekend, so that's going to allow us to see rain showers instead of snow showers. We've got a couple more moving in. This is around dinner time on Saturday into the mountains, moving through overnight into Washington County early on Sunday morning, and then just kind of some scattered on and off showers throughout the day on Sunday. So nothing that's going to ruin your plans, just something to keep in mind as we go throughout the weekend. Now, I do want to mention that there is a minor coastal flooding threat possible. Water levels may reach flood stages Friday and Saturday afternoon, but any impacts here are going to be minor. Now, the main system, though, that we've been watching is one for next Tuesday. And this is something that we've been watching over the past couple of days because we've kind of flip-flopped back and forth whether or not it was going to impact us here in Maine. So let's do a little bit of a model scenario. The European model brings us some more snow, mainly to southern Maine. Right now, northern Maine, not looking like we would get much of anything from this storm. The GFS, or American model, originally was a lot farther south. It has moved a little bit closer to Maine, but I still think right now we're just looking at a little bit of snow for southern Maine, but we'll watch this closely over the next couple of days and see kind of if we can get a better idea of like what exactly we're looking at. Now, Saturday going into the 50s, but then behind that system regardless, temperatures are going to return back to normal and then below average middle of next week. Rain forecast, we've got that small craft advisory in effect until Saturday at 6 a.m. So 7-day forecast, this is finally when that pattern is starting to change as we get into Friday. Just a couple of showers to watch early in the morning and then kind of just on and off showers, especially Saturday night into Sunday as well. But Zach, it's going to be very warm this weekend, so I might break out the short sleeves.
Yeah, we might. Dana, thanks so much.